This is my first year that I've had the opportunity to grow vegetables through the scheme with the Balsam Centre. I've had an opportunity to have a plot, me and my daughter, and we've loved every second of it.
Potatoes, salad, parsnips, carrots, lots of brassicas. I've even got strawberries that are still coming up now. Peas that I'm seeding as we speak. I had lovely French dwarf beans, which I'd never had before. I didn't even know how you grew them or anything, and I think they were one of my favourites.
A bit of everything, from sweet corn to potatoes, cabbage, cauliflower, leeks, parsnips, which failed, tomatoes.
We've experimented a bit this year and grown various things to see what the soil would take. Obviously different places are more suitable for different sorts of veg.
It's excellent. I've had heaps of veggies for the whole summer, and yeah, it's basically been feeding our family really well for the summer.
When I was young, I was brought up on fresh vegetables at home, so it's nice to get back into growing your own fresh vegetables.
We've had plenty of beans and our own potatoes. Hopefully next year we've got plans to spread it out through the whole year. That's why I'm digging now, so that we can use every opportunity, get as much variation as we can.
I used to have an area outside the front of my house in the village that had been set aside years ago for allotments, and then the housing association, I think I was the only one left there with a plot in the end, because it's very difficult to work on being clay, and the housing association built some new homes, so they concreted over and turned it into a car park basically. So I got on a list and was very pleased when this came up down here.
Being able to give my daughter the opportunity to explore planting seeds and creating, our own vegetables and food and eating them at the table. It's it's been great introduction for vegetables for her.
Last year I grew a pumpkin, and I actually saved the seeds and was able to give all my neighbours a pumpkin plant, which we've been growing as well here on the allotment. But other than that, I'd never grown any vegetables before, and it's been brilliant. I've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed making things from scratch a little bit more than just quickly doing something in the kitchen. It's been nice just to be able to say, right, this is what I've grown, this is what we're eating now, and it's been lovely. The roast dinners have been brilliant. A lot less pre-packed foods and a lot more fresh vegetables. Much more understanding about what's in season as well.
We always ate pretty healthy anyway, so it's been nice to be able to get constant organic food, because we couldn't always afford to buy organic stuff from the supermarket, so that's been a bonus. But we probably haven't eaten any more healthy stuff than we normally would, but the variety of vegetables that I've been using has changed because it's become more seasonal.
I've got 3 children and they absolutely love them. They come down and help as well, so got the children involved as well.
Well, I've always tried to cook healthy, but it's opened different avenues up to myself for things like pumpkins and things that I'd never eaten before, or fennel, certain things that I perhaps Swiss chard that I wouldn't have ever bought in a supermarket. I've had the opportunity to grow and try new recipes and ideas, perhaps. Yeah.
Houses nowadays don't have big gardens for vegetables, so sort of grow a few tomatoes and that out on the patio, and that's about it. It's great. You can taste the difference. I mean, what you buy in the supermarkets, it might look nice, but just the taste of knowing that you've done it, grown it yourself, and also seeing the seeds come up, it's like nurturing your babies, really.
No, we'd never grown any veg before, apart from a couple of tomatoes in a grow bag at home, just because we'd never had space to do it. So It's a great opportunity, and Tim's been an excellent teacher.
It's really important that we do this. That feels to me like there's a generation of people that have lost the skills and have, you know, my grandparents knew how to grow their own food and preserve it and not waste food and use it. And we've got to a point where everybody's got such readily available food prepared for them. They don't actually know where it comes from. And for people to go back and actually understand that, have those skills and to know where the food comes from is hugely important. I get a great sense of satisfaction actually. It's been really interesting working with people that have never grown food themselves, and in this site particularly there's quite a range of people from young families to more older people, and you know, a lot of those people haven't ever grown before or haven't had the access to the land. My career, I've always been sort of land-based. I spent 15 years milking cows, and then I got into horticulture, and I worked as a gardener, and then I eventually did some volunteering at the growing space where I've got an interest in working with people as well as horticulture, and I was very fortunate in finding myself in this role where I get to combine my interest in plants and nature and the outdoors and food, along with meeting some really interesting people and passing on some of my sort of passion for plants and sharing the knowledge really.
Although I lived locally, I haven't had the opportunity to socialise too much having a small child, so it's been great to be able to create an almost communal feeling, which is really nice, and to meet people from the local area and come together as a group and create such a lovely space for us to kind of be in. Yeah.
I'm foreign. I moved to England about 4 or 5 years ago, and I just moved to Bruton about 2 months before we started the project, and I didn't know anybody, and I've made so many friends now, and even to neighbours like that I've given salad to and other bits. You just start chatting, and so it's been brilliant. I've made loads of friends. I've really enjoyed it. Finally feel like I've got a little bit of a home again. So yeah, it's been really good for me.
It's nice here because there's it just gets you away from the home environment, so you're out of the house and it's peaceful, and it's exercise as well, where you're getting something out of it. I'm not one for the gym, so it's more fun than that, yeah.
Really get to meet new people from the village as well.
I moved over here from Australia in March, and I saw a pamphlet at the Balsam Centre. I've met heaps of people. Like, I didn't know anyone in Temple Combe, so I've met Gail and Stuart and a whole heap of other people, and some of them have got children same age as my child, and it's been really nice just to kind of integrate into Temple Combe a little bit, so it's been a really good outlet.
And on a day like this, it's just perfect, isn't it? It's what you want.
Are you putting it down, Chloe?
In the original idea for the project, there was 3 strands of things we were trying to address. So one of those was the healthy eating side of things, and then we look at physical activity, and in particular we're trying to do physical activity with people over 45, and then there's a sort of a well-being, mental health side to the project, and obviously the country dancing fits nicely with the physical activity side of things.
Oh, hang on, what we ought to do first, so we don't get mixed up. I'm going to call the men 1s and the ladies 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Into the middle. Out. Into the middle again. And the 2s in.
We tried various exercise ideas with people, but that age group didn't particularly respond well to us coming to the gym or going swimming, or they do like the walking, that's quite popular, but dancing seems really well received, and it's got that social side to it, and it's great that they can actually get together and have a chat and a cup of tea afterwards. So there is a well-being side to it as well as that physical activity.